Well, guys, GB News are back at it again, trying their best to show us all that are nothing more than the BBC 2.0 by putting out this garbage, which is yet more proof of that. Now, personally, I don't much care at this point about the Yank election coming up because our country's in a complete shit state without needing to worry about others. But I just can't resist shitting on first GB News, who, despite claiming to be different, are mainstream media through and through. This is not only proven by what I'm about to show you, but also by the Ponce GB News are paying to bloody do it. Yeah, this complete wet flannel decided, along with these GB News bosses, that going on a Trump derangement syndrome rant was a winning idea and something so good it should also be posted online. Well, this turned out to be a mistake, as the ratio is literally up there with the very best of them, and given this pile of bollocks, I'm not bloody surprised.
Yes, Donald Trump is on the path back to the White House, and frankly, I think we should all be afraid. The Groper-in-Chief has seen all but one of his rivals to be the Republican nomination for the US presidential election fall out. It now looks almost certain that it'll be Trump v. Biden, take two. But I think we should be afraid about this, because this time round, Donald Trump really isn't hiding his intentions, if he ever did. He said that he wants to be a dictator from day one, and that he wants complete immunity from the law to do what he wants in office. He is showing us clearly that he is more of a demagogue than a Democrat. And frankly, anybody that believes in Western values should be terrified of Donald Trump coming back. But look, don't just take my word for it. Plenty of British politicians and British intelligence leaders have come forward to say the same thing. A former head of MI6, who knows a bit about keeping the West safe, has said that we should be afraid of Donald Trump returning because of his opposition to NATO. The last thing we need at a time when Russia has invaded a European country is to have a POTUS in Putin's pocket. So it's not just the fact that he's a groper and a racist and a liar and a narcissist and a monster. He's all of those things. It's the fact that he's a threat to Western security that makes him a threat to Britain. We should be afraid of Donald Trump back in the White House.
Yeah, that's Benjamin Butterworth with some factually incorrect bollocks ranting about Orange Man bad because his vagina's clearly a bit sore that people will vote for Trump. This on its own is ridiculous enough, but coming from this wet fart is just laughable, and the fact GB News not only thought it was a good idea but also employed this prat to do it is like slapping yourself in the face twice because it went down like a lead balloon. I mean, the guy's hardly likeable to start with, and being a complete lefty fuckwit never helps that, but many people, including myself, remember this Ponce for his medical insanity that, let's be honest, was up there with the scummiest.
The whole country could be locked down because our hospitals have been overwhelmed with people who chose to refuse the vaccine. So as far as I'm concerned, there should be a lockdown for the unvaccinated because they're the people that are going to burden the NHS.
Was there expectations for any of the revellers who went in that night to produce a negative test of some sort to show that they had done a lateral flow before they could go in, or could anybody just go in and enjoy themselves?
So everyone was asked to take a lateral flow test that was negative beforehand. It wasn't a requirement in order to get in the sense that they were forcefully stopping people from getting in. And actually, I think at this stage that would be a very good idea, but the government hasn't required that in its rules. Yeah, I mean, look, it's complete nonsense to claim that vaccine passports mean that you're being forced to get the vaccine. Everyone has a choice. We have choices in all parts of our lives every day, but choices have consequences. And if you're not willing to take the step that is scientifically proven to make yourself safer and those around you safer by getting your free 2 doses of the vaccine, then you are making a choice that has a consequence that you can't do some other things. And I think it's fair enough that the government has said they'll wait till September, because that's when everyone aged 18 and over will have had the chance of their second dose. So people that refuse to get that, for me, those people are selfish, they're dangerous, and I dare say they're a bit stupid, because I can't understand why you would turn down your vaccine, and I don't think that they should be able to lead their lives as normal when they're putting other people at risk. You must accept that this will encourage young people to get vaccinated, because there are slightly higher hesitancy rates because some of them think it's not worth it. Now, we need this herd immunity. We need people to take responsibility for each other in the interests of society. And if this pushes some people our age, Dominique, to get vaccinated, then I say that's a damn good thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I remember him for and always will do, which once again makes GB News employing him and then promoting his bollocks truly baffling, but I am glad they did because it proves more and more they're no different to the bloody BBC. Yes, this I've said probably 100 times before, as of many other people, but it's always good to get yet more evidence of it just to add to the record. Plus, I can't miss a chance to remind the public of what these
pandemic wankers! Pandemic.
Where